Welcome back to 8 Bits. This is our second hour where we're going to talk more about E3. And we've got, somewhat of a unique schedule this year at E3 because we do have the Day Zero, which has been a growing trend over the last couple of years where a lot of the big companies are doing their press conferences the day before E3 starts. And, of course, that gives them usually maximum exposure for their game and, of course, builds the hype up. But this year's not any different as the E3 basically I call it Day Zero because it's the day before E3, obviously. But it kicks off with Microsoft, goes to Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and then finishes with Sony, which was similar to what happened last year. There was a Nintendo in there. They're doing something a little bit different we'll talk about in a second. But again, we find this unique situation where Microsoft goes before Sony and rumors that Sony is ready to react based off of what Microsoft shows, which they obviously did last year.
Right.
But I think Day Zero is probably the day I'm excited for the most.
It always is. Yeah. Conferences are what make that's what makes E3 are those conferences, right? That's what everyone's going to be talking about. That's where all of the gifts are going to come from, all the fuck ups, everyone loves the hiccups, all the stupid sayings, everything. Like that is E3, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, that's E3 because I don't give a fuck about the show floor because I've never been there and I'll just watch videos of people on the show floor regardless. But yeah, like the conferences are everything. We talked a little bit about this last week, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm I guess we'll just start with Microsoft. They really have to they got to come out with something, right? If they come out and show everything that we already know, like what the fuck?
Yeah, they are the
they
biggest.
Have to show something.
They are the biggest WTF for me of E3 right now. I just don't get it. They released Halo 5, which to me would have sort of been, a crown in the jewel for them. And let me open my other. Yeah, so. There's been a lot of discussion about Gears of War. If you recall, this franchise is sort of handed over to Microsoft Studio. Well, not really handed over, but they bought it from them. And so, is that big enough hype? Is that bigger hype than Halo 5? And the only reason I think
those games are not hype at all for me.
Yeah, not for me either. But I have to believe that they aren't going to have anything to show for Gears of War. So they released the Halo 5 announcement first so they can show gameplay, because we know that that's been in development for a while. And then Gears of War is the whole CG, ooh, everyone be happy, Marcus Phoenix is back.
Yeah.
Let's see. According to Jeff Keighley, Microsoft will reveal some games for this year at E3 2014, but a majority of all of Microsoft's stuff will be coming out in 2015.
I mean, I guess that's expected. Like, that doesn't bother me so much. That what Microsoft needs for me to be interested in an Xbox One right now is they need those first party exclusives. They need another 2 big games that no one's seen before, that no one knows anything about. And right now I don't know what that is. And that's what's most exciting about E3, right? Is figuring out what those games are that I'm going to be excited about. And the unknown factors is always the best part for me. But I have absolutely no idea what Microsoft could show that would excite me in terms of a continued game, a new IP, a continued trilogy or a redone IP. There's nothing.
So, okay, and I know a few people in chat are like, guys, what about Sunset Overdrive? And hey, I think Sunset Overdrive looks cool.
It looks all right.
But it also, I can't see them building their show around that, right? What is the title that people are going to walk away from Microsoft's, booth or
what is
show
their final thing they show?
and go, holy fuck. You know, they've already shown, you know, Forza Horizon 2, I think we expected that to come. We already know about Sunset Overdrive. Quantum Break was last year's big thing, but we haven't seen anything on it since then.
Yep.
And even people are saying that, you know, Quantum Break might be saving itself for Gamescom in Germany, which I could see that making sense. If they show Call of Duty, they can't let Call of Duty run their conference. Otherwise,
yeah, they can't. And to be honest, like, who fucking, like, I think Call of Duty this is the year where no one fucking cares about.
Please, can it be the year that no one cares?
I mean, it still sells obviously well, so they're going to donate some, or not donate, but they're going to give time to it on the conference. But like, I could give, even with Kevin Spacey, I'm the biggest Kevin Spacey fan. Is it Kevin Spacey or Keith? It's Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Even with him being a part of the game in some fashion, still have not watched the trailer for it. That is how little I fucking care about that game. They can't center their game or their conference around that game. Like, there must be 2 or 3 unknown games for them that they have to center around it. And I would think that, like, with Phil Spencer now in charge of all of this, like, he's got to have something big, or else their conference is just going to be like absolute shit. And I don't know what that is.
What about,
especially for someone that's like said it's all about the games this year? Like, I'm pretty sure that's a direct quote.
Does Fable Legends interest you at all?
Not at all. Could give, like, losses all interest in that series.
I do not know what the hell they're doing then.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know what that.
Oh, the Halo collection. See, that doesn't interest me at all either.
It only interests me to see if, like, Halo 1's going to have a multiplayer aspect, but it probably won't.
Yeah, that might be a little bit too much work for them.
Yeah, that's a lot of work of introducing, like, netcode on that level into the game. Again, like, yeah, Xbox VR announced. Like, do they focus on Kinect? They already announced that it's going to be a Kinect-less bundle. Like, what do they focus on?
I know. They can't.
What's the game?
They can't go, okay, guys, we just announced a new Xbox without Kinect. By the way, here's our 3 awesome titles that you need Kinect to use. But maybe they do. Maybe that's their strategy. Hey, people who've been wanting this, shut up. Boom, here we go. Someone's got to be making a Kinect game, dude. Like, they've got to.
There will be a Kinect.
I'm sure Microsoft is paying people to fucking use Kinect at this date. You know,
there will be a Kinect game for sure that's shown there. I mean, Fantasia is still a thing. Might be shown.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so
yeah, Xbox for me, fucking no idea what they show.
Yeah,
and it's probably the one conference that I'm most excited for, because like it could either be a colossal disaster or the first step for Microsoft to like get back on track.
Yep. All right, well, let's just go in order then.
Yeah.
Next up after Microsoft will be EA, and the EA and the Ubisoft press conferences usually aren't as grand and amazing.
EA is probably my least cared about in terms of just general every year.
Oh, okay.
Ubisoft though, probably my #1 conference.
Really? Just because of how goofy it is?
Fucking every year they deliver on the stupid meter. Every fucking year.
They do. And you know what? It's going to happen again.
I hope that she's hosting again because she's fantastic.
She is.
I hope Yves Guillemot fucking gets up there and does his little CEO shit, because that's always awesome. I hope the fucking Watchdog guy comes out with some new conspiracy bullshit, because that was hilarious last year. Like,
yes.
I loved their conference last year. It was so fucking hilarious to me. I love every second about it.
All right, well, before we talk about Ubisoft, don't get too far ahead of it. EA, so
their big thing, it's got to be.
What is?
Battlefront will probably be their big thing that they show.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Battlefront. Yes, I think that is probably going to be the one reason why I want.
Probably the biggest like new game announcement last year that I think people were hyped about. What?
Your camera's like it looks like someone applied a Photoshop filter to it, like in real time.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Totally epic.
Let's turn that on and off.
Like there's an epic, there's like a, there we go. Hey, he's back. Battlefront is got to be one of the most anticipated
You
games.
freaked out. I thought like someone was nude behind me or something. I had never seen that face before. It's just like,
It was so
my
weird. It just happened
God,
suddenly.
is my face just ripped off somehow? Like what's going on right now? Yeah, Battlefront's biggest, man. At least for me. Like that single announcement of like we are doing Battlefront. They showed like AT-ATs being tied up or the Hoth battle or
Yeah,
something.
there was something like it was a very generic. Like they could have pulled it from Lucasfilm stock footage for all you know.
Could have, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was probably the biggest thing I think to come out of EA's conference last year. Someone brought up Mirror's Edge 2. They teased that at the very end. I think that'll be a focus. Sports games.
Mirror's Edge 2 actually is a game to me that could have a lot of potential because
Oh,
if you look at all the different parkour mechanics that people have put into games lately, you realize that Mirror's Edge was shit. Right? Like they could make it an incredibly fluid
sure.
game and it wasn't. Right? It was innovative because it was the first of its kind really, but
Yeah.
my thoughts on it.
The new Battlefield, which they've already
Worst
put a lot
kept
of
secret ever.
Yeah. Again, that's quickly becoming Call of Duty for me. It's someone who is like a Battlefield 2 fucking like I love the shit
Yeah.
out of that game. Could not care less about Battlefield right now, especially with After Hell 4. Even though I played probably 60 hours of 4, I'm just done with that series. Like I couldn't care.
You don't like that they have the like that it's got a sort of cops and robbers.
I mean, it looks interesting. Maybe I'll have fun with it, but they have a lot of trust to regain after Battlefield 4.
JP, why the fuck don't they just drop Battlefield and call it Hardline and be like, hey, we're using, the Battlefield team brings you Hardline. I mean, would
Because
immediately
sell.
But-
That's what people buy it for.
But what about all the people like you that are like, yo, I'm a huge Battlefield fan, but yo, fuck this shit. Or if it was like, hey, from the makers of Battlefield comes a new, Hardline. It's not war, right?
'Cause
Technically.
if they did that, I'd just be like, oh, it's just a reskin Battlefield. Like I would know. They can't pull it. Guys, man.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that you're never going to be able to please gamers, and it's like they're fucked either way. I got you.
Well, they're not going to be able to like. There is still a pretty big hardcore contingency that enjoys Battlefield, right?
Of course.
But for Battlefield, like that IP now is on the Call of Duty level because
Right.
of where Call of Duty is at
Right.
and how it.
It is.
If anything, all of the attention that it got for how bad Battlefield 4 launched, it actually became a huge popular IP because of how bad it was launched. And now so many people are interested in it, right? At least like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 2, I still consider like to not be hardcore mainstream FPS shooters. It was very PC centric.
Right.
And maybe was Battlefield 3 even on consoles? It was.
Yeah, it was.
It came out at a time when Call of Duty was the big shit on consoles, so no one played it. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I'm not. I could again that EA's conference is. I do not care that much.
you
about.
care about this. You
What do I
care
care
about
about?
this, though, right here. You have to care about this. I can't believe that you don't. The
What is that?
first screenshot of Madden 15.
Oh God.
Be prepared to have your
Every day when
minds
they
blown.
come- like,
Oh my
I-
God! It actually doesn't look that.
I wonder if when they go
Great.
through like EA's conference, when like they start the meeting, if they just like copy paste the sports section from like 20
Yeah.
2000, like it's still the same copy. It's
No,
just from
remember when the
2006.
Kinect first came out, though? They had that one big demo where it's like, okay, we're going to play Madden with our voice. And it was like, all right. Oh, God, it was so fucking bad.
Those are some pretty impressive muscles, though.
I think those muscles look like shit, man. Those are like
Wait,
polygon.
those muscles look like his head does not look like it belongs to that body. That screenshot.
Yeah, also, I mean, look at the
So weird.
texturing on those muscles. Like, really, guys? Come on.
It looks
Do you
pretty
think
good.
the tattoo artist would be? No, man. No, man. It's all like, see, it's all like wiggly there.
Maybe that's why it looks weird.
It's like, I don't know, man. This looks like, I don't know. These games are starting to look more and more like those old school 3D modeling programs where you just like move the guys into place and then you render them out.
Yeah, I've never like cared about sports games.
Yeah, me neither.
I think we're probably
Obviously not that market.
Yeah, we're not that market, but like I don't fucking care about that. What else will they show? Like
I don't know.
EA's big thing is they're gonna have
Dragon Age. That's it.
Oh yeah, Dragon Age will probably have a big showing there. Okay, I'm excited for that. But like they're gonna have one. They'll probably have one or two things that I don't know about that I'll be excited for. I think. I would hope at least because they have to. How long is their conference? An hour?
Yeah. But you know what? They're going to bring on a sports guy to talk about how Madden was fucking captured from like 30,000 data points. And
if it's only an hour, then maybe they don't. Maybe they only have one because, like, we just talked about a lot of stuff they got to devote time to. Sports games is at least 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Battlefront, probably big. It is big for them.
Mirror's Edge 2, single trailer. Like, which one are they going to show? Battlefield Hardline?
They'll show
Madden
Battlefield
15. Like, I mean, actually, like, do a gameplay demo.
Yeah, they're going to show a multiplayer demo of Battlefield. Yeah. They have to.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge.
Nah, I bet it's just a trailer.
Think it's trailer?
I bet it's some bullshit. Like, it'll be a black screen. Here we go. I wrote this shit. It'll be like a black screen. You'll hear like that, and then it'll be like 2015. Like,
no, they'll show more.
And then all of a sudden it'll like fade, and fucking eyes will open up, and Faith will be running, but it will obviously be all fucking pre-rendered CG bullshit, and everyone will be like, "Oh my god, Faith is so awesome!" But then at the end, like 15 minutes after the adrenaline high wears off, people are gonna be like, "Dude, that was just fucking a CG trailer of fucking Faith running. They just put some orange in it, and we're like, yo, fucking Mirror's Edge 2."
Yeah. Dragon Age will probably have at least 10 minutes dedicated to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they don't have 2 unannounced IPs or games shown because they only have an hour. I figured they would have more allotted time. I don't know. EA's conference for me, it's always the least. I'm always not interested in that title.
Let's talk about your favorite one then.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, it happened. It's the third conference, man. It's like that perfect time because you're sort of like tired after like, oh god, I don't know if I could sit to that. And then Ubisoft starts, and you're like, oh shit,
I'm never tired during that. I fucking love Monday E3, day 0 or whatever you call it. Yeah. So Aisha Tyler, I'm always excited to see.
Yep.
Her jokes are usually funny, and she's a great host. Really fits that. New Assassin's Creed probably.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
That's their big thing is Unity. And that's the 360 PS3 one, right? They haven't announced next gen.
This is the one that is. Okay, so there's another Assassin's Creed game that will be coming out for the previous consoles. This Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be the big shit where they're like, it's a next generation experience.
Okay, they'll definitely have gameplay. They'll fucking like show Ezio like fucking all cloaked up, sitting in like a fucking town, like
like the wind will blow, and you'll see his fucking hood and shit go crazy. Like a butterfly will fucking land on his
follow mission. It's just like mission failed. That's what it'll be.
You must follow this, and then it's just gonna
welcome to the next age.
Or here we go. Fade to black. Fucking eyes opening up. You hear some birds in the background. You just see this clear blue sky. You see a cloud go by. It looks like whatever, maybe a dinosaur or something. And then all of a sudden, that's what you see. No, the cloud looks like a dinosaur, man. You use your imagination, JP. Okay. The cloud goes by, and you can obviously tell that you're looking at a sky. And then all of a sudden, now the first-person view of Ezio, you see him look down, and there's a fucking bale of hay. And he takes 2 steps back, and then he runs forward and fucking and dives into the hay. And then it goes to black again, and that's when they go into like this fucking dubstep fueled like and him just like stabbing people.
If that's the trailer, I'll lose my shit. If it just breaks down into dubstep. He's just
Oh
I would
my
lose my
God.
shit, dude.
Oh
I'd
my-
stand up and fucking just start clapping in my seat.
Oh shit, that is too funny.
Oh my god. That
Oh.
would make E3 for me. But yeah, they got to show that. It's probably gonna be if they have dubstep and Assassin's Creed in him, just shake. I will text you right when that happens.
Oh yeah, dude, you better believe it. You better believe it. That's all I will talk about for the rest of the day. Just like, can we see the Assassin's Creed dubstep again?
That'd be so good. That'd be so good.
Man, I'm gonna, if any of these what I hope the trailers will be actually happens, it's just gonna be the best E3 ever.
Oh my god.
Division, they're gonna talk about.
Gotta be shown. It'll be shown again for sure.
But
they've already released a bunch of trailers over the year. That'll be shown 100%. New Rayman game, I would think, probably announced. What do you think?
I kind of feel like Rayman might take a back seat, and here's why. Rayman Legends, like, from everything I've read about what happened with this game, and if you remember, it was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive, and that was like all the hubbub last year, and then it did shit, right? And so they were like, release it for all the platforms. I think for that whole franchise, there might be a little cool down time, but of course they could probably whip out some sort of Raving Rabbids,
There's got to be some sort of
something, right?
Just Dance will have some sort of bullshit for sure.
What I will be absolutely drop dead disappointed about if I don't see it this year, I don't even care if it is totally CG or just shows the fucking title, is Beyond Good and Evil too. Yeah.
They're gonna say that. They showed, was the trailer last year for that? No, the trailer's been like 2 years.
Trailer's like 2 years ago. They showed that trailer, and then recently on a Rayman's Legends like stream that the Ubisoft Montreal directors were doing, they broke out a bunch of like Jade concept art. They just like, the guy just left the room and came back. He's like, look at this, look at this.
Oh, well, then they're showing it for sure. Then.
I feel like they have to show something.
They have to show something. That'll be a big takeaway from Ubisoft. Will be like, if they don't show that, then like, what the fuck is Ubisoft doing, right? They have to show that 100%. They're going to open their conference, talk about how well Watch Dogs sold, because it sold to 4 million units, which is pretty impressive for launch day. Did you see those sales figures?
Yeah, like 1.7 million or something.
No, it was 4 million.
4.7 million. I'm sorry,
you're getting 1.7 from Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
I think it was 1.2. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Watch Dogs sold incredibly well, so they're going to talk. They'll probably lead off the conference with that, or maybe they don't. If they don't mention Watch Dogs the entire conference, I'd actually be impressed.
What if they do Watch Dogs 2?
No, it's way too early for that. They just announced DLC for that, so maybe they're getting it out of the way and not showing anything.
Maybe.
They're probably going to show, what is it, the crew? The crew, that'll be showed.
Yep, the crew.
After, I think, PAX and how people responded to driving in that game, I think they have a lot to actually like gain by showing that the driving in that is actually good and not shit. What else would they show? I don't think there's anything else that I would think would be there. So
Just Dance.
Just Dance is going to have some sort of Raving Rabbids. So like, count both of those there. Like that's like the Ubisoft.
And we mentioned Far Cry 4 because that's obvious, right?
Oh yeah, Far Cry 4 will be there. They'll show gameplay from that for sure. They've already teased the cover or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be something there for that.
Yeah. So I guess for what I'm excited for is Division and Beyond Good and Evil, and then some new IP that they haven't announced yet, where they dim all the studio lights or all the theater lights, and like that guy comes out again with a single spotlight on him, and he's just like, what if you lived in a world there was no world? And you're just like, oh god. Yeah. And then Ezio stabs his head. You're just like, oh shit! It's actually Assassin's Creed.
No, I think that Ubisoft could get away without any sort of new IP shit if they brought Beyond Good and Evil 2 out, because that would basically be like unveiling a new IP.
That would be big for the show as well. That'd be one of the more talked about games for sure.
Definitely. All right. That's Ubisoft. I don't think there's really anything else that they could pull out. And if it is, we don't know about it. Right?
We don't know about it, yeah. Which is exciting too. So
Sony, got a couple more left here. Sony, they going to talk Project Morpheus? You think that's going to be a big
Project Morpheus?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the
Sony
VR?
Ouya or Sony Ouya? Sony Oculus?
I don't know if that'll be focused. Sony really has to focus on games. Like they have to beat out Xbox in showing games this year.
I agree.
I think that is their big focus. I think they lead off. What is the lead off guess? What do you guess? I don't know what they lead off with.
Drive Club.
No, that would be a fucking.
Well, I mean, obviously the lead off is going to be information. This is how many millions of units we sold. We're the top selling U.S. console right now. Blah blah blah. So
it's like the meat. It's like part of this. It's like the shitty middle center thing.
You think it is? Then do you think they will start with Project Beast?
No, again, that's middle. They're not going to devote that much time to that.
I don't know, man.
Dark Souls is pretty fucking big. I don't know. That would get people's attention right off the bat.
I feel like Sony will aim to shoot for like something big to kick things off.
What if they announce like a new God of War right at the start?
That'd be fucking epic.
God of War seems to me to be like the ender.
That would be, yeah. That would.
I think Uncharted 4 gets shown.
Okay.
Or Uncharted.
You know what? I actually have a. This is like the details leaked that so people say. So let me just go through these really quick and then kind of figure out. So Uncharted PS4. They claim a 3-minute trailer showcasing in-engine footage with some gameplay segments. I kind of doubt that. I don't know that they're that far along yet to be able to show
They'll show
stuff,
in-engine. I
you
think they have
okay.
to. They have to show that game that is huge for that console, and I think that's Uncharted.
So Media Molecule,
right? That'll be shown.
But everyone's saying that their next title is going to be for Morpheus, like 3D world building.
So maybe they do start with Morpheus and then go to that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But God, that would be such a do you lead off with VR at this day and age?
I don't know. GT7 Prologue, which is basically just GT6 at 1080p 60, but hey, 1080p 60.
That'll be center, I think.
They do say a God of War teaser will be present. Will be CG snippets with in-game footage. I agree. That's probably the end. It's either that or Uncharted 4, right? Those
are the big two enders, yeah.
So Killstrain, a trademark related to Siphon Filter, potential reboot for PS4.
That would be pretty cool to see.
I mean, I played the Siphon Filters games, but I don't think I could tell you dick about the universe and, other than what was contained in those games. I'm not sure how popular something like that could be. We have a new PS4, so it just makes sense that a new Wipeout is coming.
I'd be excited for a 60 or 1080p. Wasn't the last one 1080p 60?
I think it was actually.
I think it was actually too. It was
hard
awesome.
As fuck.
It was fucking impossibly hard.
Oh my god, so hard.
I'd be pretty excited for that.
Quantic Dream.
Isn't that Xbox?
No, the Quantic Dream is the Quantum Break.
Oh, I'm thinking Quantum Break.
Quantum Dream is the Rain.
Yeah.
Quantum Break.
Yeah, they might. Well, they showed that next gen trailer thing that everyone was crazy about last year that I think got turned into a full game or something. I'm not sure.
The Order.
That looks pretty cool.
1886.
Oh yeah,
that's going to get a big. That will probably get a big stage demo.
That'll definitely be. Yeah, maybe that's what they lead off with. Then is that if they don't show Morpheus.
I like this. This states Ninja Theory is working on a PS4 exclusive, possible Heavenly Sword sequel, which was shelved a number of years ago, quite far into development.
That would be weird. That IP was not that big for them at PS3 launch, was it? I mean, it was like their title game, but it
It
wasn't that.
was big, but it came so early in the life cycle, and I don't know why they never made a sequel to it. But I
Game
actually
was
thought,
gorgeous.
yeah, the game was gorgeous. Like the acting in it was amazing. Andy Serkis did the bad guy, and so there's a lot of potential there. But it really was kind of like a let's just combat against 100 guys at once. So, but there's some fun shit in that game.
Yeah.
Sony London is going to be there, and apparently they're bringing the first big AAA title that they've brought in many, many years.
What
So
the fuck does that? What? I don't even know what.
it's just that studio. They've been working on lots of little shit. So,
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
And then Guerrilla Games bringing an RPG to E3.
That's right. An RPG, which is really weird. Like, I don't know.
Insane visuals, good reaction is expected. Will please the hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's also like, I wonder how. Do you think that do they get to choose what time of day they go, or do they just use the same times as they've always used?
I have no idea.
Right? Like,
I mean, these are all done off the show floor, so technically
they could
do whatever they wanted to. I think that they out of no one wants to be like up against another company, so I think it just works out that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm seeing a report here that the Guerrilla Games new IP won't be revealed. So
That sucks.
yeah.
Well, we'll see if it actually is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's shown at their conference that I'm.
I mean,
I guess God of War 3 is what I'm super stoked for. Or 4 or whatever. God of War 3 I'm still stoked for. What a great game. I don't. New IP is what for both Xbox and Sony. That's what I'm most excited for is a new IP.
Yep.
They if they don't show me a new IP, then like fuck your consoles. Like give me a fucking new IP. That's all I want to see.
I agree. I'm with it.
There was some new. Do what?
Nintendo?
Well, before one thing, Sony announced that they will have 70 games at their booth this year, which is a lot. Probably a lot of indies, but still.
Probably a lot of indies, which will also get some time.
Oh, and Destiny. Sure. Destiny's gonna have a huge fucking thing at Sony for sure.
Yep.
Maybe they lead off with Destiny.
Maybe they do. It would make sense to lead off with something they've shown that they could show a lot more of to really get people excited.
Right. So. That's what I'm looking. Oh, maybe they show the new Persona. Is that I don't maybe that's not Sony exclusive. That might not be Sony exclusive.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, they'll probably have a big indie focus because that's always gotten them a lot of points. But yeah. And then Nintendo, Nintendo's silly digital thing.
Yeah, so they're not doing a live thing, which is kind of weird because apparently
they didn't do one last year, remember?
Oh yeah, you're right. They didn't. Okay. So it's just basically they press play and it goes. It's like they're digitals, if digital directs, if you've ever seen them. But we pretty much already know what's going to happen there. Smash Bros, Super Smash Bros for Wii U and 3DS are going to be there. They've got the big tournament going on. They've already shown off that they've got an adapter for the GameCube controllers, which everyone is just totally going ape shit about.
Yep.
And then as far
Zelda, the Hyrule Warrior bullshit will probably be there. The Dynasty Warriors, but Zelda. That'll be shown.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yeah, you forgot about that piece of shit, didn't you?
I did.
Tried to wipe that from your memory.
Yeah, I did. We'll likely get release dates for other Wii U titles like Bayonetta 2 and Hyrule Warriors, like you said.
Oh, that's right. Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, like where the fuck's that game been? Wasn't it supposed to come out in May?
I don't remember.
Yeah. And the 3DS remakes of Pokemon, Ruby and Sapphire, that's right. New Fire Emblem.
Really? New Fire Emblem, you think?
Says, let's see.
That'd be pretty exciting.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. From the makers of. My bad.
Oh. I want to know what the big Wii U game is that they show. Besides, like, I could not care less about Smash Brothers. I'm sorry.
It's Zelda. Or
it's
Metroid.
Gotta be Zelda. If they announce a Metroid, that would be pretty crazy. I don't know if that IP is big enough yet, though. for them to just lead on that, to like that's what they show. Like if it's Metroid and something.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
we're
game that's
definitely
kind of
going to
been
see. We're
Metroid's
definitely
like been forgotten about, really. I think by a lot of the mainstream. It's either Metroid and something or a Zelda, like a proper Zelda. If they announce like Zelda U, like holy fuck, that would be crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, Nintendo unveiling a new Skylanders-esque figurine platform. I think I heard about this. Like maybe that
Oh
it was
right,
going
I
to
did hear about that.
interface
Yeah,
even with like Smash Brothers, where like you
yeah,
would have your characters and it would keep your
that'd be
stuff.
pretty big.
That stuff is definitely catching on. The problem is like I wish there was just one unified fucking system, right? Because you got
Yeah.
the Skylanders portal and you've got the Disney Infinity plate, power plate, and then you're gonna have the Wii U. It's like, dude, they all use the same exact technology. As a
Yeah.
consumer, I just wish that I could,
But does Nintendo like holy fuck, man? Does Nintendo really need another peripheral?
No, no, they don't. No, they don't. But you know what Nintendo does need? Monies. And like
Yeah.
how many little fucking Mario and Link and Kirby figures are gonna sell from that thing?
Yeah.
Just like Disney Infinity, you know what they're doing next, right?
What's that?
Marvel Infinity.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that is gonna sell stupid.
It's gonna make so much money.
God.
Disney is just, dude. Disney's got like the next couple of years just lined up. They're set.
Oh man. I mean,
Between Marvel and Star Wars, they are
Oh,
set
Jesus.
for merchandise, for anything that they want
Oh,
to make.
God.
It's gonna sell so much money.
it's,
they're gonna
it's
make
ridiculous.
they're gonna make so much fucking money the next couple of years.
They are.
But yeah, someone said Zelda or Nintendo already announced a
What?
new or said that Zelda was going to be there. I don't think they did. Miyamoto has a new IP he's announcing as well. Was that confirmed? I know that he was working on one. I don't think that was going to be shown though.
Yeah, I wasn't aware if that was going to be.
If that's shown, that's exciting. Like what the fuck does Miyamoto go to now? Like that's a batshit insane game for sure. I don't know.
No, that's about it.
Like if they come out and say like Skyward Sword but 1080p, it's like really, guys, you already did that with one
Oh
Zelda.
God.
Like
I mean,
what are you doing?
That's just the kind of stuff that won't fly for me from Nintendo.
Nintendo's like in a spot where like even more so than Xbox, Nintendo like they're on life support at this point, right? Like they need something fucking massive.
Well, I mean, yes and no, right? They're on life support when we compare them to where they were at 3 years ago.
Oh, right. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like they got to get back in it, right?
Yeah.
Like they're still in it, but they're on like they're Nintendo in it. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what is shown on that silly online thing.
I don't know what they're gonna have either. I brought up the schedule finally, JP, and even
Sure.
though there's a lot of like unannounced titles on here, it looks like we are gonna get a chance to look at The Division, Far Cry 4, Evil Within, Destiny, Order. Of course, the Smash Brothers tournament will be broadcast. Sunset Overdrive, Killer Instinct Season 2. I
Man,
didn't see that one. I mean, yeah, I don't really care about it, but there's something. So this says 2 Square Enix unannounced titles.
and if you're showing them on Twitch, they can't be mobile unless you're just like, guys, we gotta have mobile on there. They gotta show mobile.
No, I don't think we've got any. I wonder if one of them is maybe Tomb Raider,
That has to be.
right?
Has to be.
And then maybe the other one is the other one. Crytek
What a-
unannounced and 2
Crysis,
SCEA.
One of those
We'll get to see Isolation.
that looks good. I wonder if one of those is God of War 3.
Look at this Tetris
Or
with
4.
the creator.
That'd be pretty exciting.
Oh, I bet you're right. I bet you it is.
That would be sick. Like, I think God of War, if they show God of War 4, that might be already like my game of show. if they come out,
I'm with
even
you.
if it's not Kratos, like I fucking love that IP. It is such an awesome IP. They've always done amazing things with it, and I can only imagine what it's going to look like with a proper game, like a proper hardware behind it. I don't know.
I'm with you.
I'm just looking at the rest of your. So Ubisoft unannounced titles. So okay, they're gonna have one unannounced title.
Yeah.
At the conference. Just going through your schedule. Yeah, I don't know.
There's an EA unannounced title. I hope that's Battlefront.
Probably is.
But there's going to be a lot of shit. Obviously, you'll be able to watch all this stuff on twitch.tv/Twitch. I'm looking forward to that Monday show, and then I'll be doing bits and pieces there throughout the show. But can't say I'm like ultra excited just to be in the 3 days of craziness that is E3 because it can wear on you. But
I'm ultra excited to not be in the 3 days. Yay.
I figured as much.
Like every year, everyone is like, "Oh, I'm so pumped for E3." I flying out to LA. I was like, "I'm pumped because I'm just waking up that morning."
Yeah, that's
just waking up.
That's
At the same time, though, it is fun to like be able to visit with everyone and like hang out with all the old bros.
The old bros.
The old bros. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we got to at least make one thing. What is your big like what the fuck? Like what is the one thing that you can? I guess the one guess, it's something that happens or something that's announced. Like, what is your big E3 speculation or?
In terms of just like.
What am I trying to say? What am I trying?
Yeah, like
prediction. What is your big E3 prediction? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, and Sony will probably show the new Dark Souls for sure.
Yeah.
Forgot to say.
That's a great question. I mean, like I feel like there's some predictions we've made throughout here, but sort of one overarching for the show. You know, like we've had all of these themes over the last few years, motion controls, new consoles. Like, what is this year's theme?
Hopefully games.
You know, hopefully it is just games, but then what within those games? Will it be a type of game? You know, like actually, all I care about is Beyond Good and Evil 2. I mean,
really?
I'm going to be so disappointed if there's nothing on that game here. I think that I predict to be blown away by at least 3 games that I have never heard of before.
Yeah, of course. That's always the want. We don't know if it'll happen.
Right. And I also predict that this is the year that I will be incredibly sad that I purchased a Vita. Like, I'm not expecting.
I bet you that doesn't get any time. It maybe gets 5 minutes during the conference.
Yeah, if they don't release a game that doesn't make me go, oh my God, I better go charge my Vita, then I mean it's just done. I know that like that thing has reached its limit for me. So I guess like personally, that's sort of what I'm looking at.
My big E3 prediction, Wheat.
Yes.
Is that this is the year that The Last Guardian gets shown.
Oh my God, dude! If it
this is the fucking year, Wheat.
The rumors.
If it happens, Sony wins.
The rumors are that if
Jack Tredden will come back and drop another fucking mic when they show The Last Guardian with the dubstep, and Ezio comes and tries to stab him. But no, the Beast Guardian kicks him off the fucking thing. That's what'll happen.
So there's rumors that if Microsoft has a good presentation, that The Last Guardian is like the trump card for Sony.
Oh yeah, totally. It's a trump card for E3, man. They win E3 if they show that. It's reached Half-Life 3 status.
It kind of has.
Honestly has.
It kind of has. And it's still looked better than a lot of the games we've seen.
It has
back then. All right, I really hope that happens. This is the year
they pull it out.
I really
if they don't pull it out, then that game does not exist. Like what the fuck? What the actual fuck? If that is not shown, it does not exist. I'm sorry. Like what? There's no better time.
It is. The time is now, especially because it's obvious
the time was last year, but now even more so.
It's obvious that they have turned this into a PS4 game, right? I mean,
right? It has to be. Yeah.
It's not going to be a PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think they have to show that. I think they have to show that. And if they don't, it's gonna be that's the news post. Last Guardian not shown at E3. So that was the news post last year. There was actually news about the game not being shown last year in that same vein. So
That'll be a son of a bitch.
So that's it. I hope that gets shown.
Who do you
that's my
think,
one want.
Who do you think will be the shining star coming out of E3?
Phil Spencer probably. I think he's going to knock it out of the park for the conference for Microsoft. I think he'll become like one of the more beloved CEOs or conference people.
He hasn't gotten a chance to really be out in front of.
Not in a long time. With his new title, I think that's what he's hoping for. I think he'll be the front runner. Definitely for Microsoft, he'll be the host and whatnot. The other thing too is I don't know what happens for Sony with Tread not there. Like who runs that show now? Do they put like an Adam Boyes out or
Kevin Butler? Bring him back.
Hey, I enjoyed those. That was a great marketing thing. I don't think he's not there anymore. Maybe they announced him as like the new. We're bringing Butler back.
There was a reason why that guy got axed. I don't remember what it was.
Was there?
Yeah, like
Did he say something?
Yeah, something like that. Kevin Butler, Sony. Because that was great. Let's see.
Jack Trent's not hosting the show, is he? He's no longer with them.
I don't know. It looks like the last time they did him was 2011.
Yeah, he did a Vita. I remember his Vita thing.
I don't see controversies.
He did a commercial with
in one of his first commercials in response to a rumor monger questioning and then confirmed price drop for the PlayStation 3, he says, quote, "You can't believe everything you read on the internet. Otherwise, I'd be a Nigerian millionaire by now." Oh, that was one of his first ones. Let's see.
That's such a great line.
Yeah, like I don't remember. Yeah,
that would be someone in the chat. I'm just reading through like what people think will be shown, etc. Someone says, "Here's something to discuss. What about the possibility of either a new Rock Band or Guitar Hero?"
I don't think it's happening. I think time has to pass before that.
Yeah, I saw someone playing that the other day, and I was just like, "Man, what a fucking awesome game that was to just like sit down with my plastic guitar and just like rock out."
You want to know what? I saw the South Park episode with Guitar Hero, the first one.
I don't remember that.
And Heroin Hero. You should totally just watch it because I'm laughing my ass off. Like, dude, these guys 2 weeks after it came out pretty much defined the whole era of music games with the episode.
Plastic guitars.
It's so great. It's so great. Love it. So, yeah, well, E3 is all next week. You'll be able to watch on Twitch, twitch.tv/Twitch. And then it starts on Monday and goes until Thursday. It's going to be so much
Who's y'all's
shit.
competitor in the live stream game? Spike?
So Spike, I think, does do television, but I don't know that they're doing streaming.
Oh, did you see they're not streaming the Sony? So, like, they're streaming the EA and Microsoft, but because Sony is primetime, that'll not be shown on Spike.
That's good for Microsoft.
Yeah, it's great for Microsoft. It sucks for Sony, but
so I'm sure like your other regulars are going to be there. You know,
I saw Sessler is doing Spike panelist or something like that.
Yeah. So I was trying to look into that. So, but they're not. It's not the whole time. It's just like I don't know. Anyway, he's going to be a guest over there. I think they will be streaming, or else that's just what's on the TV. Twitch is the official partner, broadcast partner for E3. So
okay.
I'm not sure who else is getting up on that.
What about like outside of the big four, big five? Like, what about industry news? Like, what's the big industry news next week? Is there big news next week?
All right, bear with me here, but I believe that at this E3, there actually won't be a MOBA released.
A MOBA released?
A MOBA. I do not think
there's going to be some MOBA release.
Nope, we're not going to have a MOBA.
What do you mean announced?
Yeah, or shown at the.
What about King of Fighters?
That's not going to be at the show. That's too.
You don't think so?
It's too awesome to be there.
I think that'll be at the show.
All right, I don't know. I'm just. There'll probably be fucking 30 MOBAs.
There's probably a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap, I have to go upstairs and grab a comic that I want to tell you about because you will like it. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Wheat's really prepped for the show, guys. He's got to go upstairs and get the comic. What an asshole that Wheat. What just a fucking jerk. He'll never watch this VOD. I can say whatever the fuck I want right now. He'll never know. It's between me and you.
All right. All right. So before we go, I have two. Both of these, the first trades just came out. The first one's called Sex Criminals. And it is about two people who discover that when they have sex, they stop time. And yes, it sounds ridiculous, but it is so fucking funny. Like, it's just it's told from the gal's perspective. So the whole like first couple issues are like her growing up and going through puberty and finding out that like when she orgasms that she like stops time, thinking that it's a totally normal thing. And so it's so good. It's clever as fuck. Sex Criminals. But this is the one I actually wanted to tell you about. It's called Rat Queens.
What the fuck?
Dude, I thought that this was going to be lame as fuck. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons comic where it's about an adventuring party called Rat Queens, and it's these 4 gals that are just vulgar as fuck. It's like Sex in the City meets Lord of the Rings, and it's fucking amazing. Like,
what a weird hybrid.
I know, it's such a weird hybrid, but it is so good. Like, I've already fallen in love with these characters, and I love like each comic is labeled. Hold on. So like the third issue is called. No wait, that's not.
You had me at Sex Criminals though.
Oh yeah,
into it.
Dude, Sex Criminals is really good.
How many
man.
is it? How many? Volumes
there's just one trade for that right now.
Okay. I'll have to
yeah,
get that.
both of these are fairly new. Rat Queens actually won or got nominated for an Eisner for like best new series.
Holy shit.
So yeah, where I thought they had it. Oh yeah. So it's really a lot of humor in it, but like the 5th issue is called "Shut the Fuck Up, Gary." +5 attack on all attack rolls against dudes named Gary. And so like they have this. There's not really role playing per se in the comic, but if you are a fan of like that sort of verbiage and terminology, the 4th wall is broken a lot, and it's really good, really good. So there we go.
I'm gonna check out. I'm more interested in Sex Criminals,
dude,
but I will check out Rat Queens as well.
Yeah, I think you'll like what they said. What?
Well, but go ahead because I'm gonna take it to another direction.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
We're going to I was going to make a One Direction joke, but I don't know what the joke is.
Okay.
Anyways, someone says, do you think Mass Effect 4 is shown?
I thought Mass Effect 3 was the end of it, dude.
No, there's a new trilogy.
Oh. It would make sense if they showed something. I bet you they showed teaser.
Was Mass Effect Xbox only?
The first one was.
Did it come out on PS4 or PS3? Or is it just...
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh yeah, Telltale will probably do some fucking new IP.
All right, breaking news: the Nintendo list just got leaked. Star Fox 3DS is on there.
Fuck you, 3DS.
Wii U, Bayonetta 2, Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda Unbound King, Mario Party 10, Nintendo U, Pokken Fighter Tournament, Pushmo World. There is a Fire Emblem. Yeah, there is.
Wait, where? Give me this fucking list. Where the fuck is this?
I'll see. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap here.
Wait, what was it? Zelda the Lost King?
Unbound King.
That sounds like a Wii U title.
It is Wii U. And then let's see. It says Wii U HD Collection, Super Mario Sunshine. That's a good one to do actually. Wave Race, Xenomech Saga, and Yarn Yoshi.
What is Xenomech Saga?
Oh, and there we go. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo Wii U demo units will include a set of NFP figures of Mario, Link, Samus, and Pikachu for demonstration of the Wii U gamepad's NFC compatibility. Oh, they're gonna do it on the fucking gamepad.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Oh, that's what that fucking little thing is for. It all makes sense now, man.
That's pretty smart. So I'm more excited in The Legend of Zelda Unbound King. If
Yes.
that, and it's for the Wii
And
U,
Pokken Fighter Tournament. What's that?
that might, well, yeah, what is Pokken? Pokken?
It says Pokken, like a Pokemon, like spelling.
It's kind of weird.
Pokken?
What if they announce a Pokemon online fighter where you play, like, what if it's Pokemon Online? Yeah, I'm okay. Legend of Zelda Unbound King. I'm now interested in Nintendo.
All right, you've got.
Thank you for this
You've got my
leak.
last minute. That was Seahole. Thank you, Seahole, for dropping that on me. So, all right, let's wrap.
Good job for people.
Let's wrap, sir.
So this weekend my mom's coming into town, and then I think on Sunday I'm gonna go hang out with Maggie. She's in town for some cosplay con. It's a con. I don't anime con, I think is what that stands for. I don't know. And then Sunday evening, for some stupid reason, we decided we're gonna do R&D really, really late. Like Wheat's getting off of his, or no, Wheat's finishing E3 prep, rushing to his hotel, and we're gonna do the first episode of R&D.
It's my understanding that like this might not be a full length.
It might not be a full
episode.
show.
Right.
It'll be at least 2 hours.
Okay.
Maybe no more. Maybe 3. Will not be 4 hours long. But it'll be the premiere episode of our new season with Jesse Cox. I feel like, have you looked at the rule set at all?
No, I haven't, dude. I haven't.
Dude, you need to like read that on the plane. This rule set makes Pendragon look like child's play.
Oh my god, dude.
The character creation is intense.
It is?
Yes, it is intense, Sweet. And you're gonna have to like you could totally just show up without reading anything, but you're gonna make like some big fucking decisions.
Okay. All right. I will look. I will look. Great.
I'm pretty excited for that though. So I think that is Sunday at 11 p.m. EST. It's the only time this week that we could fit in a show.
It was.
There's no other, and it's the night before E3. Like holy fuck. And then on Monday, since I'm not going to be at the show, I'll be doing video recaps in like a vlog style format of all the different conferences, and giving my thoughts on it. So I'm excited for that because I'm actually prepared this year instead of like the day of. I should probably do some content.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, that's it for me. If anything, I'll be streaming WildStar this weekend. Probably won't be playing CS:GO anymore on stream because I'm tired of deranking. And that's it. That's it.
Word. I have like been out for 10 days, and so I know I haven't been streaming a whole lot. My apologies to everyone. Guess what? I'm about to be out for another 4 days. I'll be at E3. I actually leave tomorrow. I have to get there early to figure out some production stuff for Monday's show. So if I do stream anything, it will probably be from my Surface and Hearthstone only. Like that's what I'm capable of streaming at this point. But I might do that just for shits and giggles this weekend when I'm sitting bored in my hotel room and not doing R&D. So other than that, thank you for tuning in. We're not going to have a show next week, but we should have the show the following week where we'll get to hopefully let.
Are you traveling next Friday?
Well, I get in early, but I thought, are we? I don't know.
I don't remember discussing it. So.
I take the red eye, but I got on Thursday night, so technically I could. But then Jeff was like, "I don't get back until Friday," so I just assumed, but maybe not. So don't listen to me. Maybe we are having a show next week.
Maybe we'll do a Saturday show or something.
That would probably make a little bit more sense. But
I'll talk with Jeff while you're. Well, you should talk with Jeff.
I will talk to Jeff at E3, and I'll find out when for sure. Other than that, I have to go see some movies, dude. I have to see X-Men. I have to see.
You still haven't seen X-Men?
No, I haven't, and I have to go see Edge of Tomorrow. It's reviewing really, really well. Yes. I might
go to the theater this weekend.
I might. Yeah.
Maybe I'll go see that tomorrow morning at like 10 a.m. again for the Bachelor showing.
That's my favorite times of showing it. So
it's great.
Guys, that's it from us this week. I will be hopping on air for Twitch Weekly in about an hour over on twitch.tv/Twitch. And we've got an exclusive this week, a feature that people have been asking for a long time. And we get to debut it. That's coming up.
Feature?
A feature. That's all I can say.
I'm interested.
JP, I know you, so you're like, actually, I'm guessing, like, yeah.
All right, time to be overhyped.
All right, guys.
If there's not a dubstep trailer announcing it with you stabbing
Oh
people,
my God, I think there is dubstep. I'm not sure though. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But
I was really excited.
You guys, thanks for watching 8-Bits. We'll see you next time on another episode. Enjoy your E3 coverage. We're out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.